Charge.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Where are they?
Die.
They're all dead.
Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough to be doing it too. Glad to be with you today on the PUBG Mobile official channel, doing it hot, hard, and heavy. I'm Bushka, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a no-scope challenge. Now, I get told all the time that I don't ADS enough, and that's correct. I actually try to work on my ADS, aim down scopes, aim down sights, just generally aiming at the bloody gun, and it helps you win chicken dinners. But I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to see if I can go an entire round without tapping the zoom button once, like I'm just a massive lazy potato that couldn't be bothered zooming in to save himself. And that's quite literally what I did. To do this, I decided I'd go Sanhok because I didn't want to play Miramar. Miramar would just be very, very boring. I would be running around for a very, very long time, shooting at people from a long way away and not hitting them. And I'll tell you two things I found from this. One, I should not hit some of the ADS shots I hit. They seem to be a little bit broken, but I do anyway. And two, there are particular guns that are lovely for ADSing. I'll tell you some that aren't. This Beryl M762, I mean, it looks good there, but it's completely broken at distance. You just can't hit jack with it. The QBZ is amazingly good at ADSing for shots. The best of the best, though, is UMP. And in one of the videos you're going to see, I actually run double UMP. Now, the reason I've got so much footage is because, man, it took me a while to get that chicken dinner. It took me a long time to get that chicken. Oh, yeah, this is so sneaky. I heard these two poor buggers running around downstairs, and I thought, yeah, they're going to try and come through there. The other thing that you'll see I do a lot is I run double automatic weapon. So what happens all the time in game, and I do it myself, is I'll listen for someone to finish up with their automatic weapon, go on a reload, and then I'll strafe out to get them. But if you've got double auto, you just switch to the next one, and when they come rolling through the door, you say, hello to my little friend. Now, ADS hip firing is not particularly good. I mean, you can see at range, it's a bad idea. So my whole theory in all these games was to close the distance up, to make sure I took as many of my engagements as close as I possibly could. To that end, I loaded up multiple guns with, I tried to find good spray pattern grips like the half grip or, you know, the angle grip if I could. If I couldn't, I just took whatever I could. And I tried to, if I was going to run an AKM or a Beryl 762, use those only in the very, very tight stuff, like this kind of range. And then for the longer stuff, I'd rock and roll out with the lovely QBZ. And I wanted to get a chicken dinner in first person, this mode here, and a chicken dinner in third person. Now, third person is actually a lot easier to do this in. That sounds kind of crazy, hey? But one of the big things that first person does is it favors people that are aggressive in short-term combat situations. Like if you can really push hard and get the drop on the enemy, it doesn't really matter so much. Third person is lit for peeking. So basically people hang out behind a rock, they can see everyone running around behind the rock, and it really favors people who aren't terribly dynamic. It allows you to creep a lot, and it allows you to camp a lot. So rather than just playing third person solo, I did third person solo versus squad. And I did the FPP just mano a mano. And I didn't have any problems in the FPP whatsoever. You can see here, I switch it up to the QBZ95, and immediately the results are evident. The fix is in. It's a great gun for the no-scope. Now, hip firing is wonderful, but it only really looks hip-fiery when you're doing it in third person, because then you see, you know, you're not aimed up and everything, and I can see there's smoke over there, and I'm just, first person, man, I feel like I got this down. First person solo, like whatever. Hip firing is not a problem. Sanhok, You know, I can make sure that all the engagements are literally within 10 feet of each other. I'm going to run around, be a crazy lunatic, and it'll go really, really well. And we're going to win this one. We're going to win it fairly convincingly with some absolutely BS hip fire again. Here we go. There's a bloke up there just spraying. He's on the other side of that rock somewhere. Let's find him. Let's find him. He's going to poke that little head up soon. Headshot. We headshot him with that. We hit him with one body shot. I think it was a limb shot actually. And one headshot, which means, yeah, I'm pushing this poor kid. He's done. So what about if we actually turned it into a solo versus squad situation? Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. It took me a while to get the footage because what would happen was I would do great here at the boot camp section of the game where I could fight corridors and, you know, do third-person peeking and get it all going on. And then I'd move out into the real world, in the grass, into the greenery of Sanhok, and run into people who were just running around. And basically, I think they were afraid of the bindies or the sharp bits on the ground because they weren't using their legs. They were lying down in the grass and they would be shooting me from across the field and I couldn't see where they were and I couldn't scope in to hit them. So it was really frustrating. So it took me a couple of attempts. It took me a wee while to get the footage, but I love you guys, so I got the footage. Also, hat tip to Freddie Mercury. If you haven't seen the Queen movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, you should. I'm a big-time lover of good musicians, and Freddie had a set of tonsils that you could just gold-plated, as they say. And there's a little move I do when I've got a flare gun, and it doesn't have any ammo in it. I will do the Freddie Mercury. You just basically press the flare gun up in the air and look at yourself in third person, and it just looks like you're at the end of the concert with the fist punching up in the air. You're going to see that in just a wee while. Running the UMP and the Mac Daddy, the Uzi, and it is a hell of a combo for this kind of corner fighting. The UMP has a fantastically good recoil profile for this stuff, and the Uzi, and so we switch straight round, and that's why I run the two automatic weapons on boot camp hot drops all the time. I'll leave Kar 98s, M24s, QBUs, anything behind, and I have a listen. See if we can't hear anything. There's a gunshot down there, to the south. Running WMP, and as I exit the birdwatching tower, I'm a big fan of the birdwatching, I hear someone crawling. It's another snake. Someone who's afraid of the bindies. And no, he's got shoes on. I don't know why he wasn't standing up. But anyway, here comes my Freddie Mercury impersonation. You ready? You ready? I'm going to go around the corner here and chuck the Freddie Mercury. Look at this. Freddie! Anyway, moving in the Rockstar outfit, the gold, the Lurex. It's a story, darling. And we're off down the mountain looking for more snakes. The snakes of... Oh, hello, Dorothy. Tap, tap, taparoo. Okay, he's only knocked. There was a guy down this way with a heavy caliber weapon. I'm not sure if he's on the other side. I don't want to expose myself too much. I'm just going to keep rocking, rolling, and all round extolling the virtues of not getting killed by just poking and peeking. But no one appears to be coming to help him. No one appears to really care. So I'm just going to shoot this poor dude. He's crawling off down the mountain, so I'm assuming his mate's down there. And his mate is actually firing at someone. I can hear him. I can't see him. Oh, he's directly ahead. Watch this UMP. I mean, the UMP, it is so good. Look at that recoil. Absolutely outstanding. Love it, love it, love it. The guys that he's firing at are heading up to the top of the mountain, so I decide to meet them at the top of this mountain. Let east meet west, and we'll build a golden bridge. Here he comes, running into the zone line. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Tap, 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 taparoo, sit down. That's all good for Freddie and fans. Now, things get a little bit nasty, a little bit disastrous here. Going for the big guns. I've got two UMPs. They're all down the bottom of the mountain. There's people in the zone. There's people trying to get into the zone. I'm all on my Pat Malone. And I really would just like a little bit of a break in the weather so I could sneak down here. But then I hear the siren song of gunfire. And I'm like, you know what? We're doing it for the content. I'm not going to take a backward step. I'm going to have a shot at these guys over here. As long as there's no one on my right, I should be okay. Oh, hang on. There's someone on my right. That's excellent. Let's just get behind some cover. Where are they? Okay. I see movement at the station. Let's go and clear that bloke. Yep. Knocked one. Killed one. Sit, 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 sit. This is not good. When you push it too far. When you just push a good thing too far. Hip firing constantly without fear. No, just constant. So we decided to do it all over again. We came third there. Pretty good effort. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But we've got to do it again. We've got to get the hip fire challenge done. We've got to do it in third person. And we happened upon this squad who dropped the warehouses at boot camp so that they were going to be safe. This is again the AAR thing that I run. This guy is not coming out. He's hiding behind the wall. Switch around to this just in case he's thinking of pushing again, but he doesn't. Hang on. There he is down there. Got him. 17 left in the clip on the UMP. Beautiful. Let's get a reload in on this AKM. Hip fire is my desire. This person over here is trying to kiss that wall, I think. No. Trying to loot that box. They probably didn't have a weapon because it was very early game. Look at this. Are you kidding? Are you absolutely kidding? I watched this video after doing all the cut-ups and I was like, how are some of these hip fire shots going in? There is no way that guy should have gone down to a hip fire sprayed UMP at that range. But that's the power of a gun with absolutely no recoil. And it just goes back to, I was doing this, talking about this in a video not long ago about the DP28, how we love to minimize and maximize. We want the gun with the absolutely biggest damage, and we want the path of absolutely least resistance. But the real fact of the matter is, a gun like the UMP is awesome. Look how bad the recoil is on this Mark 14. Like, it's absolutely broken. So bad. With the UMP, you use that at that kind of range, and all the shots go in. So, which gun's a better gun? Well, for certain situations, the UMP. And that's why I'm running a UMP and a Mark 14. And I feel like the Mark 14 is not as good a weapon as the UMP in this hip fire business, unless they're literally right in front of me. I pushed all the way into the zone this time. Only 7 kills. I can hear there's lots of action. And again, have a look at this. This guy nearly gets me. What the hell? He's just lying there. Still lying there. Why don't they ever stand up? I mean, it's just such a passive kind of gameplay. I boost all the stuff up, take my Wheaties, eat my vitamins, jump in the pool, do my best Michael Phelps impersonation, get across the river, the big old river, and then we start looking at working our way into the final zone. And it wasn't easy to get here. I had to dodge a lot of zone. I took all the engagements. I didn't dodge anyone. But at the same time, wow. I mean, hip firing at range, you've got to really make sure that you've got the drop on them. This, though, was almost sad for me that getting the chicken dinner in third-person solo versus squad, I really expected it to be a lot tougher at the end. And I mean, we had a nice squad wipe at the start of this. But for the most part, the last couple of kills were very underwhelming. And I felt a little bit cheated. I wanted that content where it was just me against the wall, blood, sweat, and fury, doing it for the humans. And I didn't quite get it. We had a couple of really good games, but I think this could be more. So I'm going to try this again at a later date. If you've got any challenges that you want me to run, leave them in the comments below. I'll have a look. We'll have a chat with the guys at PUBG Mobile, the powers that be, and see if we can't bring a little bit of community-driven content to the table. Until next time, boys and girls, I'm Bushka. As always, if you want to check out my content, I do have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/thebushka. We do a lot of fun, loving stuff, as well as all the numbers and all the stats. Join the community there and have a good time. And until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.